statement, and then we'll be happy to take questions. We'll begin with Coach Harper.
I'd like to start by thanking you for being here today and showing your support of these young men, this university, and we're going to move forward. It's obviously a difficult day, something that was very unexpected, but we're looking forward to challenges. You know, this is an area I grew up in, so a lot of tradition, a lot of history here at WKU. A place coming out of high school that I wanted to attend, but the head coach didn't think I was good enough at that time, so I had to go elsewhere. But just happy to be here at WKU, and it's always been home to me.
Will the style of play change at all? Integrating anything, or just what do you plan on doing?
I mean, anytime there's a change, there's going to be some change. I mean, no two people are alike, no two coaches are alike. Only thing I've ever asked of any team I've been associated with is compete, play hard, and let the chips fall where they may. So you'll see some, but I don't think you'll see a lot of drastic changes. Excuse me. You guys can be dismissed and get ready to go to work.
Well, Coach, what's the mindset of coming in as an interim coach midseason? I guess what are the mental challenges or just mental blocks you have to face, or just what's that mentality like going in as a coach midseason?
Well, we just want to work extremely hard. Again, it's about these young men, and we want to give them every opportunity to be successful. Come to work every day, make sure that we're preparing them to be successful, both on and off the court.
Coach, you have any idea this was coming?
No. My wife sent me a text at 11 o'clock. I guess someone had been texting her and calling her and what's going on. I hadn't had a chance to get in touch with her at that point, so I was actually working on some scout for the Troy game tomorrow afternoon.
Ray, once things happened this morning and you met and you understood, have you talked to Ken since then and any conversation with him?
I have not at this point, but that as soon as we got practice, that's a phone call I want to make. I got to thank him for giving me the opportunity to come here. He brought me here 3.5 years ago, and I owe him a great deal of gratitude. It's never an easy time for anyone, and you got to do the best you can, and we all wish him the very, very best, and he'll land on his feet and he'll be very successful again.
Coach, when you guys take the practice floor in an hour, what's the first and most important thing you tell those players at this first practice?
It's business. It's business. It's go to work, and that's what we're going to do. Obviously, we won't be there long. We were here a long time last night, a little longer than we should be. Hopefully, we'll finish the game 5-on-5 tomorrow. But it's these kids. They've been through a very difficult game last night. They're very resilient, and again, I think you'll see a basketball team that will play hard and hopefully will play well tomorrow.
That was kind of my question. With what you guys have been through since you started that game last night till right now, what was the mindset? What did you see when you met with the team and today, and their kind of their energy or their spirits, or after everything that had gone down?
Well, obviously very disappointed that we had lost a very difficult basketball game, a game that there's a lot of ebbs and flows in the game. We had several opportunities, and they had opportunities. We get a steal, and Derek makes a big three. But bottom line is, this team, we're currently 5-11, and the one thing I think they're hanging together. They believe in each other, and we're gonna go compete. And I thought today, like I had the opportunity to meet with them as a team briefly, and then each kid individually. I thought that was important to let them say whatever's on their mind, and I want them to understand for the next 2 months, 3 months that that's who I am. Doors open. You got questions. You got a concern. Come and ask the question. Now you may not always like the answer you get, but you'll get an answer if you got a question.
Ross Bjork said earlier he considers you a strong candidate for the position moving forward. Do you feel like this is an audition?
I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about Troy tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and that's got to be our primary focus. It's the most important game on our schedule because it's the next game, and that's how we'll approach the next 13. I thought we only had 11, but our Coach Brenneman said we got 13 left. So it's 57 days until the conference tournament, and so we got 57 days to get this thing right and really be playing our best basketball.
Coach, some may look at your past at Kentucky Wesleyan and notice the stigma that goes with the probations or whatever happened there, like the NCAA stuff. How do you respond to that? Maybe people that aren't too familiar with the situation that associate with you with that.
Right. I think anyone that has read the case, that has looked at it, understands that the full dynamics of that, and not concerned about it. I'm comfortable with that situation.
No, it's obviously probably not the circumstances you would have liked it to be, but how big of an honor is it for you to finally be a Division I head basketball coach?
Well, to be at WKU is honor. There's a lot of guys that in this business, I see them, they bounce from this job to that job, always looking for that bigger, better. To me, this was always a dream job. I coached at Kentucky Wesleyan for, I think, 9 years as a head coach, maybe 12 as an assistant. A lot of people always said, well, why didn't you move? I didn't want to move. I had opportunities to move. But me, it's more about the style. I was always, my family's here today. Go see my nieces, go see my mom. So that's what's important to me.
You said we won't see a lot of changes probably. However, you are here to make a change, obviously. So what do you do? And you don't have the advantage of the first half of the season here, mid-season. And what do you do to make those changes effectively, or do you feel like you're coming in at a deficit at this point?
I'm not looking at it as a deficit. Again, like I said, no two coaches are alike. No two people in this room are alike. So, yeah, there will be some changes. But, again, as you watch the games and they unfold, I'll let you determine what changes are occurring. But, again, this is about us today getting ready for Troy tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And that's got to be my approach from the minute I get up from this chair. And so I haven't had a lot of time. Thank goodness I've got Coach Brenneman, Coach Morton, Coach Wellman, Coach Bidd, Coach Theo. I mean, we work together on a daily basis, and they understand that I'm going to lean on them a lot. Today has been a whirlwind, and they've been there every step of the way. So we're going to do this thing. We're going to do it together.
Ray, I have to ask, you've been through a lot of basketball. What was the last 20 seconds like last night? And have you ever been through anything like that before? Any kind of your thought?
I looked on the floor and I thought I'd lost my mind. I said, I see 5 guys. Someone's got to take it out, and all of a sudden the official hands the ball. Now, the first person in Ditto Arena to notice that last night, I'll promise you, was my wife. And when I see her after the game, her hands are still shaking. She said, could you believe they had 6 players on the floor? And I said, that's what all the commotion was about. I thought they just made a great play. So the minute we walk in the house, she fast forwards the game to the last 21 seconds, and she's counting the guys for me. So it's, someone's in charge, I would assume, of counting those guys. I don't know, but I think in football, that someone's in charge of counting the 11 guys, correct? It happened, and we'll move forward. So if it ever comes up again, we know how to guard 6, though.
Well, Coach, I guess, in your opinion, I guess, what had gone on this season to where the team wasn't playing like they should, and how do you plan to fix that? I guess maybe not just the on-court product, but maybe the dynamic of the team.
Again, I don't want to get into that. I mean, let's focus on one thing, and that's these kids, and helping this university to compete every night. I don't know there's one thing to, as coaches, we don't get caught up in that. We're so busy looking at tape or recruiting, getting prepared for the next game, so we can't concern ourselves as assistant coaches with those type of things. Bottom line is, we're going to work extremely hard. I've got the best guys in the world to work with as we go down the stretch here, and we'll just see what happens.
Coach, obviously 5-11 right now, 1-2 in the league, but you mentioned the 13 games still to go. Do you feel like there's still an opportunity to turn things around and at least do some positive things for the remainder of the season?
There's a game tomorrow, so there's always an opportunity. In life, when you get opportunities, it's what you do with them. And we've got an opportunity at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and we've got to be prepared and go out and take care of business. After tomorrow, we'll have another opportunity. And my thing is, let's get better every day. I'm not going to say we're going to go 13-0 or 12. I don't know. But I want to see us get better every day. 57 days. That's when they play the Sun Belt tournament. And see where we're at that point.
Coach, what do you tell recruits at this point? And I know it's been a whirlwind day. I don't know if you've even thought about recruiting that, but as you guys move forward, I mean, what do you tell guys who might have been looking at you guys and you guys have been on?
We'll continue to recruit them. Obviously, we'd love to. There's some guys that we've recruited extremely hard, and we'll continue to do that. Nothing's going to change in that area. Obviously, they're going to have questions, and that's normal. If I was a senior in high school, I'd have a question too. But we're going to continue to do our jobs to the very best of our ability, and I think we don't have but one senior, so don't have a lot of scholarships to offer.
Just along those same lines, I guess the freshman class that you have now, are you worried about any of them leaving, or what do you say to them to help convince them to stay?
Again, my total focus is on tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and I'm not going to, and we're not going to talk about with these guys about transferring or this or that. It's about getting better every day, and that's all we can control. We can't control some of those things. I bet you. I've had 50 texts from former players today. I was a guy that was always, you may say, old school, but guys, they want discipline, they want criticism, but they got to know you love them, and we do. We love these guys, and I think we'll continue to coach them each day, and I think we'll get better each day.
Anyone else? Thank you all very much.